live from New York. Hello again. This is Mark Carlin, the results hypnotist, and we're going over, once again, stopping smoking, how I can help you to stop smoking forever. And I'm going to give you some pointers on how you can do it and get started on this path of stopping smoking right now. This has now officially become a series because this is the third day in a row. I had to make sure that I'm holding up three fingers. This is the third day in a row that I'm doing these little recordings, and I'm really kind of proud of myself that I've kept it up for 3 days. Now, if you had kept up not smoking for 3 days, I bet you'd be proud of yourself as well. So this is how we process information. You know, it's difficult for us to do things on a regular basis consistently when it is something that is new and out of the ordinary for what we normally do. So I'm using this as an example. What I'm doing now is an example for you. And because I can do this for 3 days, this is something totally new for me. I don't normally get on a live presentation on a regular basis, like every day, and just do some talking to people. And I love that you're here, but I don't even know that you're here. If you're here, just type into the comments there. And I like getting some feedback as well. It helps me. So today, what you can also take the time to like, comment, share, because this is information. If you have someone that you know that smokes, if you don't smoke yourself, this is designed to help them get on the path of being a non-smoker, giving them some tips and some tools to help them be done with smoking forever. My feeling, my observation over the last 20 years of doing this, helping people to stop smoking, is that nobody who smokes wants to smoke cigarettes. We really do not want to smoke cigarettes. We're not doing it because we love cigarettes, although some people do say, I love cigarettes, I love smoking and all of that nonsense. And you know, in these little videos that I'm doing, I'll go over that as well. If you have anything in particular that you would like me to address in the upcoming days, put that in the comments. Let me know what your thoughts are, what you're looking to accomplish, what your dreams, your wishes, what's holding you back, anything that's pertinent to stopping smoking. If you're thinking it, there are millions of other people thinking it as well. And my answering those questions will not only help you personally, it will help many, many, many other people as well. So do that as your selfless act of goodwill. To help other people as well as yourself. So what this little segment is about, this part of the series, the third part, is how and what's the reason we're smoking? Why do we smoke? People initially start to smoke because they want to fit in, right? They want to fit in. Most people start smoking when they're kind of teenagers. Most people start smoking when they're young. They're impressionable. They're moving away from the group dynamic, the support system that they grew up in. If you grew up in a family, a loving family, a non-loving family, whatever it was, a family structure, whatever you experienced was really your interpretation of what love and family is. And it was also some kind of a support system. It might not have been a very good support system. Most of the time it was a fairly good support system. You could count on the people that you were brought up with. Most of us, even though everyone is brought up in somewhat of a dysfunctional manner, cohesively we have similar experiences, and the family support structure is there as a support for us. So as we get older, we're looking to break those bonds, those ties, with our support structure, because we're feeling our oats, we're getting older, we want to be independent. A lot of our younger years, we're very dependent. We're born into the world, we're totally dependent upon our parents or upon our caregivers. Everyone around us has to support us totally. Otherwise, we're going to die, and we know that. We know that. So that support structure early on is very important, but as we get older, we want to kind of show our independence. We want to show that we're different. We don't need this support, or we can do things on our own. And while that's important, it's also important to know that we crave this structure, this group dynamic, this group structure. We crave it. It's part of our DNA. It's part of our programming. We have to be part of the group. We are a herd species. We've got to be part of the group. Now, there are people that wander off from the herd and they train themselves, or they just, are so disillusioned with the herd they don't want to be part of it. We're not talking about them. We're talking about the majority of people, especially smokers. Because I can tell you, when you started smoking, it wasn't to be away from people. You started smoking because people around you were smoking. People around you that you identified with, that you looked up to, that you wanted to emulate, that you wanted to be a part of. You wanted to be just like them. They were smoking. This is in most cases, okay? So you're growing up, your friends are smoking, and you try cigarettes, and you, well, feel like most people, you really didn't like it the first time. And you got a really bad physical response to it. But nevertheless, you continued on because there was such a strong, compelling reason, that part of being that group, part of being the group, part of the group, that made you continue to smoke. And you know what? When we're young, we do crazy things, silly things. We're happy with our friends. We're having a great time. It's a wonderful experience, a wonderful time in life when we're growing up, and we're able to do things more freedom. Most of us didn't have to worry about putting bread on the table or having a roof over our house. That was all supplied to us. So we didn't have the pressures of everyday life. We had the pressures of school, but it's not the same. As an adult, it's not the same. So we were able to have fun. We didn't have that. We didn't have to be responsible, or that great, level of responsibility that you have to have as an adult. You become responsible when you become an adult, or you should become responsible when you become an adult. So this is how we process information. We want to be part of the group, and we kind of imprint in our psyche, in our DNA. Again, we add to what's already there, that every time we smoke, we're with friends. We're having fun. We're feeling good. Okay, so we got this good feeling. This smoke cigarettes, be with friends, have fun, all combined together. It's all conglomerated. Till eventually we have this cause and effect type of a relationship. Smoke cigarettes, have fun. Smoke cigarettes, feel good. Smoke cigarettes, do crazy things. Feel good, exciting, wonderful, adventurous. Okay. Those were all part of the positive responses that you got at the time that you learned to smoke, okay? And because of that, you now develop this affinity to smoking so that you could feel good. Eventually, the good times faded. You got older, but you're still looking to recreate the feelings, because every time you smoke, you're going to start to feel good because it brings you back to what was already implanted there. We call those triggers. All the good feelings are triggers. Now, 8 minutes into this, I don't like to spend a whole lot of time on these little vignettes, these little things. I can get into the trigger part, but let's just leave that for another day. But you do understand this cause and effect. You do one thing, you feel another. Yeah, that's pretty common. You come home from school. When I used to come home from school, my mother used to have milk and cookies waiting for me, or milk and some other little treat. So I'd come in, I'd have milk and cookies, and one day milk was there, I'm looking around for the cookies. Another day there's cookies there, I'm looking around for the milk, because I made that association, milk and cookies. So whenever something is missing, we're looking for it. So let's say you're going through life, and you know that you smoke a cigarette, you feel good, but you're going through life and you're not feeling so good. Okay, you don't feel so good. What do you do? I know how to feel good. I smoke a cigarette, because smoking a cigarette makes me feel good. So you look around for what makes you feel good. You're not feeling good. You want to feel good. You smoke a cigarette, you feel good. You're satisfied. You see, our subconscious mind is always looking to protect us, to help us in some way. Always. Now, we're not looking to smoke as some way of sabotaging ourselves or hurting ourselves. No. We're looking to protect ourselves. We're looking to make ourselves feel good. We want to be on top of everything. We want to feel accomplished. We want to feel satisfied. And we've already trained ourselves over how many years you've been smoking early on to feel good when you smoke cigarettes. Now remember, yesterday, I think it was, in one of the earlier videos that I did, there was an association between smoking cigarettes and feeling good. I explained how you can feel good when you smoke cigarettes. I explained it a little bit more depth. This is the same thing. You're looking to feel good. The subconscious mind just wants you to be protected, wants you to feel good. And that's what you get. You get to feel good when you smoke cigarettes. So now we update it to where we are today. You're now an adult. You go to work. You're under a lot of stress. You want to feel good. You need to de-stress. You've learned how to de-stress by smoking, because every time you smoke cigarettes, you de-stress. You've created this trigger between smoking, feeling good, smoking and relaxation, smoking and just being normal or getting back into balance. Now, remember what I said in the earlier recording, the earlier video, that nicotine is a stimulant, not a relaxant. So even though the nicotine, the drug, is giving you a stimulation, giving you a stimulus response, you're totally ignoring it and you're giving yourself the relaxation response, because that's what you really want. That's what you're looking for. And our subconscious knows exactly how to get that because you've trained it. You've made that trigger, that association, smoking, feeling good, smoking, relaxation. In order for you to quit smoking, you need to have three things in place, three main things in place. You need to be able to address the feelings that you've created in association with cigarettes. Feelings are important. You need to address those feelings. Feelings are emotions. You need to change the way that you think. You need to change your thinking, okay? And that's your conscious thoughts. Conscious thoughts, your thinking. And you also need to change what you're doing. And you're doing behaviors. The behaviors like this. And when you do behaviors enough times, those behaviors become what? What do you think those behaviors become? Just type something into the box below or on the side. If you're watching this on YouTube, or you're watching it live, or you're watching the recording of it later on Facebook, you could type it in. I don't mind. I'll go over it. I'll read them all. I'll get some information from you because I like to find out what you're thinking. It helps me in helping others. So, in any case, you know, when you do those behaviors over and over and over again, what are you developing? Habits. And habits are automatic processes that continue to run without you needing to give any conscious thought to it. It just runs in the background. You just do it automatically. It makes your life easier. Now, a lot of people, when they think of habits, they think of bad habits, especially if you're smoking. You think it's a bad habit, and it is a bad habit because it's not getting you what you want. You're listening here because you're looking to stop smoking. That's why you're listening. If you're listening this far in, we're 13 minutes into this little video, you really do want to quit smoking. You want to stop smoking, and that's why this interests you. Or you know somebody that wants to stop. And if you do, then share this with them. Share this whole series with them. It'll help them. And this is the time of year most people are interested in changing. It's a very good time of year to take action on this. So you want to address those three things. And over the next few days, weeks, or even months, I'm going to be going over how you can make those changes in the way that you feel, the way that you think, and the way that you behave, so that you change what you're feeling, what you're thinking, and what you're doing. And when you do that, you become a non-smoker, if that's what you want, because your focus will be changed on what it is, what you're getting, and what you want to get out of life, and it has nothing to do with smoking. The reason why we smoke is because we want to feel good. And smoking is actually making you feel bad. It's just that subconscious hasn't caught up with the fact that smoking is making you feel bad. The subconscious is still running on an old program that used to make you feel good when you were smoking, when you were very young. And it keeps on holding on to that habit, that behavior, because it worked for you. And it doesn't know how to change it. It doesn't know there's a better way yet. So here's the thing. I'm going to teach you all that you need to know in order to make these changes. You can have all of this in a very quick process. I work with people all the time to help them to stop smoking. My name is Mark Carlin. I'm the results hypnotist. You can reach me at 212-223-1832. I'm also at hypnoticstate.com. If you want to email me, there's some way of contacting me on the page, I'm sure. You can do that. There are some spots available. I can help you very quickly be done with this smoking behavior. You don't need to do this anymore. You don't need to do it anymore. And that's really cool, isn't it? So stop smoking. Get in touch with me, 212-223-1832, if you'd like to get rid of it now, and continue listening and watching these videos. They'll be very helpful for you. I appreciate you coming and watching this. If you're on Facebook, share it, comment on it, like it. If you're watching this on YouTube, give it thumbs up, thumbs down, comment, whatever you need to do. Just interact. Tell your friends, share it with others. Very helpful to you and to other people as well. Okay, now that this is the third in a row, as I said, I'm impressed with myself 3 times. You can absolutely see me again because I'm on a roll. It's pretty cool. Thanks for coming here, and I will see you tomorrow. I might be coming out a little bit earlier tomorrow, and we'll be discussing something else. Take care.